Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Toppers World. My name is Praveen Kumar and today I'm going to discuss with you one important topic, that is in how many days I will be able to clear my IELTS, and what are the various mistakes and myths students have in their mind, or the mistakes they often make in IELTS preparation, and what they have to do or how they have to prepare for IELTS. So I will try to answer all these questions in this video. So the question is, in how many days or how much time I will take to clear my IELTS exam or complete my IELTS course. So friends, this is a very common question. Suppose if you want to whitewash your house, and you will ask the contractor in how many days you will completely whitewash my house or paint my house, or if you want to get some furniture made and you will ask the carpenter the same question, how many days it will take to make sofa set, furniture, bed, etc. And if you join any gym, and the first question you go there and ask your trainer over there, sir, in how many days I will get my body, my muscles, and I get my fitness. So therefore, this is also a very essential question for IELTS student to ask their teacher or trainer, that in how many days I will be able to appear in IELTS exam and will be able to get 6 each or 6.5, whatever your score that you want to obtain. So friends, this is a very difficult question to answer. Earlier I used to face many problems. I didn't know what to say. How should I answer this question? Because at that time I didn't know what the level of English the student is having, what knowledge he is having or she is having. I just tell you example over here. Many students come to my institute and some of them are able to get 7 each or 7.5 in 1 month's preparation. If you have got this in 15 days preparation, even some also get in 7 days preparation. And there are large number of students who are not able to do in 3 months or 4 months, 5 months. There are some examples where the students did practice for 7, 8 months or even 1 year, and still they were not able to clear IELTS. Okay, so even some students appeared in IELTS exam multiple times, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, then they able to get their required band score. Some get in first attempt, some get in fifth, sixth attempt, some in second, and some keep on attempting and not able to get. For example, especially those who have 777, 8 band requirement and their level of English is weak. So the first question, that is in how many days, this question, it is actually you have to answer. You know this better than your trainer or your teacher, because you know that what level of education you have got. Were you a sincere student during your school days, college days? Did you study environment, social sciences, economics, business, bio, or other subjects like English, general English? If you have done sincere study, you are an average student even, you will be able to get the scores with practice. I can't say that 7 days practice or 10 days. But if you didn't study properly during your school days, you are a very careless student and managed to pass with cheating. So my dear friends, this is really a big problem, and it will take many days or many months, but I can't say how many days or how many months. The students who get 60-70% marks in 10 plus 2, non-medical, medical or humanity group, they easily get 6 to 7 band. Even 50% students with some moderate level of hard work, they obtain their desired band. But the students who have got 90% marks but total cheating, I afraid that they should not, first of all, directly join IELTS. They should first learn English, enhance their knowledge by reading newspaper, magazines, books, join a company of good boys, good girls, or good students, intelligent students, talk to them, discuss things with them. There are also certain myths in the minds of the students. Some students say that those who are able to speak English very fluent, they can get 7 band easily. So my dear friends, I have seen many students who are very good in English speaking. They speak fast, but they were not able to get 6 in reading or 6.5 in writing, not able to even get required band in listening. So this is just a myth. Those who are able to speak fluent English, they may be able to get good score in speaking, but what about other modules? In other modules, you need to learn the certain things. You need to learn grammar for writing. You need to learn spelling for listening and reading. Of course, writing as well. You need to learn ideas as well. You need to learn the sentence formations and essay structure, report writing structure, letter writing structure. These things are required to be learned by you. So it doesn't mean that you are fluent in English. Some people have a habit of speaking very fast, and too much fast is not acceptable anywhere, wherever you go, whether you talk in Punjabi, Hindi, or any other language. If you speak very fast, you will make mistakes. So there should be natural pauses, there should be a natural flow of English, not too fast or neither too slow nor too fast. Okay, now the question comes that how should we practice IELTS, and what is the right strategy? So every person has a different kind of requirement. Those who need 777-8, they need extensive study. They should be able to finish all 3 passages in 55 minutes, should be able to do 3rd passage quite comfortably, able to get 11, 12 correct out of 13 in the last passage as well. So they need to do rigorous practice. They need to study magazines, they need to study articles in a newspaper, they need to study different kind of articles, essays, and they have to do a lot of practice from Cambridge books or other books they get. But I suggest that they should prepare from Cambridge books, those who have 777-8 requirement. And if they have moderate level of English, they need at least 2 months practice. Suppose I just give you one rule over here. Suppose you are getting 25 on an average in reading, and you need 7 band, so it means that you need 30 to 33 correct. I want that you should be able to correct 35, because in actual exam there is a pressure and there is a little down performance. So in order to be at safe side, you should be able to reach at the level of 35 and should be able to get consistently 34, 35, 36, 34, 35, 36 in regular intervals. Then it means that you're ready for your IELTS reading and you should appear in your IELTS exam. But writing is still there. You need to get 7.5 consistently in writing, and of course 37, 38 in listening. So you're ready. Those who want 6 each, like +2 students who have +2 requirement, they have requirement of 6 each, and this is not very hard. Of course, if you are intelligent, moderately intelligent student, okay, and have done your studies sincerely, you need to spend 1 month only. It's enough for 1 month. 1 month practice is enough for getting 6 each for genuinely intelligent or moderately intelligent student. Okay, so what you need to do? You need to do like attempt a first passage, spend more time on first passage, or find out which is the easiest passage. Sometimes first passage is difficult and maybe second one easy or third one easy. So first of all, you check all 3 passages. Which one is you are already familiar with? Have you studied something about that in your past studies? Like in if you're non-medical student, if you get any topic related to his science of glass making, or environment related topic, pollution related topics, or topic related to some biology like health issues or medicine. So you should attempt those passages first, because there you have already some knowledge with you. Okay, so focus on 2 passages. Third passage you should do, but more time spent on the first 2, one of the easiest one, and then gradually try to enhance your performance. Focus on the problem areas, like spend more time with MCQs if you have problem with MCQs. In the exam time, what I would suggest you, that if you are able to do blanks very easily, then first of all do the blanks in whatever section they are, in the first passage, second or third. Okay, if when you are preparing for IELTS, in those days you should also read newspaper, collect daily 20 to 30 new words. There is also one more myth in the mind of the students that more vocabulary means more bands. It's okay, vocabulary you need to enhance, but you know the vocabulary, what kind of vocabulary you need. You do not need very much technical words or very tough words. I have seen that some students learn very tough vocabulary, even I have not heard those words, and they use, like for example, a couple of days ago one student used nincompoop. So I never heard this word nincompoop. I searched on Google, what is this, and later on I found that means foolish or stupid. But this is not a very common word in these days. I have never seen this word in any magazine or newspaper. Maybe this word used in Shakespearean time, but not now. So only use common type of words. Maybe you can create variety over there, but it should not be like very heavy bomb type word, explosive type of words. It will not give you any benefit over there. Even chances are that you will make wrong use of them. So normal words that are used in daily routine, create variety in them and use them in your writing. And along with that, in a reading, there is one myth that you have to read each and every sentence. No, you need to get general idea. For example, list of headings or which paragraph contains the given information. In such kind of questions, you need general idea. You just read quickly and try to get the idea that what this paragraph is conveying, what information it is giving me. So after that, you match the heading by this way, relating that information with the list of headings. MCQs, general perception in the students that they are very difficult, we should not do it. Okay, they are difficult in last passage, but they are not difficult in the passage 1 and passage 2. Try to do them with peace of mind, with with concentration and focus. Do not allow your mind get panicked. In real exam situations, students get blurred when they see the reading and not able to read them properly when they are so much confused. So another important tip I am giving you here, that you should do more and more mock test. And when you will appear in more and more mock tests, your confidence level will go up. Friends, IELTS is also a kind of confidence building. If you have no confidence, you will not be able to get good score despite the fact that you have good English. So confidence comes with practice, and practices again and again appear in mock tests. Have 2 or 3 mock tests in a week, okay, along with your general practice. Then grammar. Grammar is an important part of IELTS. It's a speaking and in writing. Even in listening also grammar is used. So you need to enhance your grammar, and you do not need complex grammar over here. Basic grammar, if you have like present indefinite, past indefinite, future indefinite, passive voice, you are able to use has been, have been. You are able to use should be, could be, would be, should have been, could have been. It's enough. Then certain linking words or some words that will make complex sentences, that for example, nevertheless, although, though, however, while, meanwhile, they are enough. If you and in graph writing, report writing, you need to learn some words that shows the trends, like dramatically rose, dramatically fall, increasing, decreasing. Now certain vocabulary are there, you can note down from any channel of any else channel. There are so many channels. Okay, some students read very tricky kind of thumbnails, like how to get 7 band in 3 days, how to get 8 band in 1 week or in 1 day. So such, you don't get swayed by such catchy thumbnails. It's not possible to get 7 band in 1 day. It's not possible to get 7 band in 3 days. Only those can get who have very good command in English, who know academic English, who are associated with English teaching and read novels, stories. Not a common person. For a common person, it needs to do practice. For example, if you're a carpenter, if you're a driver, your band requirement is 5. Again, you need practice, and practice for a long time. Focus on spellings, focus on pronunciation, learn a variety of vocabulary, like as related to business, related to commerce, related to environment, related to science. Daily use vocabulary, focus on verbs, focus on connectors, and these things can be learned by you on your own. You need not to spend huge amount of money on your coaching for these things. Okay, once you have this much knowledge of vocabulary and grammar, you can join any IELTS institute, take the guidance from any expert coach over there, and in this way you will be able to do your IELTS. And it will, how many days it will take? I already told you that it depends upon your previous knowledge of English, previous knowledge of various subjects. If you are a smart student, you can do it in 15 days. If you are a bit weak in English and having less knowledge about various topics, then it will take 2 months or 3 months. Okay guys, I hope that I have tried to sort out all your myths and your doubts. If you still have some doubts, please don't shy, don't hesitate, and write in your comment box. I will definitely answer your queries. Thank you very much for watching this video.